Hey everybody, this is Niilit and welcome back. We are going to be taking a break from the Pokeverse today, and we're going to be doing some virtual dating. It's going to be great. No, seriously, no. It's going to be great. Like, this is not your typical fancy dancy cutesy girly game, believe it or not. And if you don't believe me, just go ahead and pause this video and Google Ddlc Literature Club Plus. The reason why I say this is because this right here is a horror game. It may not look like it, but trust me, I've reviewed some content of this game from some people that I admire, and yeah, we're gonna be experiencing some dating horror anime style. So if you are squeamish, and I'm just giving fair warning right now, if you are squeamish, easily disturbed, get anxiety very easily, I advise you not to watch this video nor play this game. I only say this because I do know some people that are of that level of, perturbedness. So I don't even know if that's a word. But anyway, do look forward to tomorrow's video, which will be going back to the Pokeverse. Now, we're going to go ahead and start a new game here. I have not played the beginning of this game. I've only seen clips of other players playing this game, and I am very nervous about this. Yeah, very nervous. We're going to go Niilit. Oh no, what have I got myself into? Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, and she totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Sorry, my neighbor and good friend since we were born. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Oh, that asshole. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sorry catch up to me. Haha! I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like that we're thinking about ignoring me? That's mean, Niilit. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird and I don't want them to think we're a couple or something, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sorry. Hee. We cross the street together and make our way to the school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Niilit, we have decided on a club to join yet? A club? Just to let you know, I'm terrible at reading out loud, so just bear with it. If you feel more comfortable reading yourself, go for it, but I'm just acting it out. Continuing on, I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Hey, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one way, and in one of many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Yeah, every guy does that, so you know what, I do not, I don't judge this guy whatsoever. Sori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Hell yeah! I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Damn, look at that scowling look. And I know you're happy now that I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years before you're not used to the real world. I'm pretty sure they're going to dialect on what NEET is, but going on. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Jesus, I'm doing this too well. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Yeah, every guy does that every now and again. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. What women don't? The school days is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce, I guess, of motivation. Clubs. Sori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hell yeah! Hello? Sori? Sori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I looked around and realized I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought you'd know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sorry. Yeah. There is no way I'm going to your club. Hey, meanie. Sori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after all, the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. That's great. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Nasuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Suri is really that much of an airhead or if she is cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! Oh, Jesus. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. You know what? I think maybe I have done that at one point. I can't remember. A dejected follows Sori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sari, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you... Oh, wow. I told you don't call me new member. Hey, I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you, girl number 1 says. Sari always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Girl 2 says. Way to kill the atmosphere. Girl 3. Ah, Niilit. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is always the one who made cupcakes, according to Sari. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sari says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and that's Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sari and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Niilit. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. That's great. So, having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica? Come sit down, Niilit. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. Oh my god, is this just going to drag on? I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged arranged to form a table. Wow, I'm too early for this crap. As Sari mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sari. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sari. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray and reveals a dozen wild, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cats. Oh, Jesus! The whiskers are drawn with icing. A little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Huh, clever. So cute. I had no idea you were such a good baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Suri grabs the first, and then Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Suri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Jesus, this is going in so much detail. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. Made them for you or anything. Hey, I thought you technically did, Sari said. Well, maybe. But not for you dummy. Alright, alright. I give up at Nasuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? I don't let anyone get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not true. Oh, wait, I kind of jumped the gun there. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, that's, I believe you. Well, tea is reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri finally smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't let Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decide to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare the events. I just can't fucking read today. I thought this would be more action than, reading. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. Side note, yeah, I wouldn't even consider. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! Well, do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Niilit, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of the teacup with her finger. My favorite are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I just really grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I can totally relate to this guy. Really, wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surely horror is often very successful as changing the way you look at the world. If only for a brief moment. God, I need more coffee. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Masuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is such as cute as you are. I saw that coming. Suri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulder. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you're right. Wow. Hang on. Reverse back. Blah, blah, blah. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Suki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Mizuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The trust form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, expose your vulnerabilities, and show even the deepest reaches to your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. Well, I'll sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Oh god, here we go. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzingly at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Niilit? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back in the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Sorry may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lost my train of thought. All four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. Oof. Yeah, man. But, I'm sorry. I thought, Niilit, you all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's all like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sawyer wraps her arms around me and jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just come for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Yeah, finally, some adult content. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Niilit, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Oh god, you know what? I don't even have that, but I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. So. Hey Niilit, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Suri and I never walk home together anymore because I always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Wow, I hope that. With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wandered back and forth between the four girls. Shiori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Yeah, well, alright. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of any circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh my god, here we go. We get to pick our poem logics. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Yeah. But the negative if they don't. Okay. Wow, this is 1 out of 20. Alright, well, I, of course, want to speed things up and pick, like, the darkest, most invigorating thoughts. So, let's pick Promise, Whisper, Family, Daydream, Puppy, Variance, Excitement, Captive, Marriage, and Heaven Sent. Oh, okay, let's see. Excitement. Oh, no. I need to go back. No. Oh, crap. I didn't know I was going to do that. Let's see. Tragedy. Childhood. Pain. Let's see. Jump. Aura. Disarray. Let's see. Uncontrollable. Defeat. Depression. Let's see. Scars. Bliss. Excuse me. Oh, man, sorry. Extraordinary. Horror. Eternity. Dark. Vitality. Sensation. Vibrant. Pure. This is gonna be one hell of a poem. Hi again, Niilit. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. It might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Niilit. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sorry told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Suki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in her club room. That's funny. Suki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Night always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. It helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Niilit can become good friends too. Sorry. As usual, Sori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Uh-oh. Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait. Yuri? Sorry? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sorry made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want me to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much? Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Suri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one's wanting to be bothered today. I've slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. Close my eyes and end up listening into Sari's conversation with Monica. I'm probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone that literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual, but it's not like you... Oh, wow, I can't even read. But it's not like you... Well, that all, you know... We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if you come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place. You know, a little pause here. Why pick something that's impossible to create a fun environment with, especially when it comes to words and reading, poetry? Maybe a poetry contest? So it's more important to figure out how we can get people to show up in the first place, you know. And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating with this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Well, what kind? Well, I guess we could Cupcakes! Ah, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak my creative tummy. Oh god. Cupcake it is then. I'm hungry. Anyone would still need to work out the details in the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Wah! I open my eyes and find Sori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does your school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah? I know. You're always looking out for me, sorry. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, sorry. It's written all over you. Sori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all over you. I run my fingertips down the side of Sori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just hair, you know. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. Try to wipe up the stain on my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, sorry. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Oh, this guy's really being a dick. Hey, that's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see much better looks, you'll change your mind. Whoa, that is a interesting. Wow. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess? Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the bottom near her chest. Oh, button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It seems my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now. So, why does it feel strange to see Sora's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sora hesitantly unbuttoned her blazer once more. Phoo. That's so much better. Sora puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep up unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. Oh God. And you take care of me better than anyone else's anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Well, if you're focused on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess you really are better at taking care of each other than we were taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, sorry. But I was joking at the time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Niilit, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic. Sora still trots towards to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone is ready, why don't we find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sora and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sora is on the wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I was left. Suki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should show their poem first? Oh God. I'm just gonna lotto this. Suki. I told Suki was interested in her poem yesterday. It's probably only fair I should share mine with hers first. Oh God, no. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke my emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Monkey's climb. Oh, short one. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message less valid. Yeah, exactly. I like it when easy to read and it hits your heart. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice things about simply writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. I can set up in the rhythm and the end, and then it makes it fall flat on purpose. It helps me bring in the feeling of the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what I meant to be so proud. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect it from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. Okay, so you know what? We're going to leave it here, ladies and gentlemen. So we got to, a lot of dialogue when it comes to, I guess, learning the atmosphere and learning the characters and how everything is played out. And, solid story so far. Unfortunately, we weren't able to actually see anything when it comes to, like, the horror side. But, at least there's some adult content and... at least every character here, I guess, is like based on an 18-year-old, according to the thing in the beginning. So we're going to save here. We're gonna take up this space. All right. So, you know what? I'm actually excited about this. I know my reading is a little off, but, early mornings and all that. But anyway, we're going to carry this on off tomorrow. Yes, I did say that tomorrow we're going to continue with the Pokeverse kind of stuff, but we didn't really get to experience the horror of this game this time around because it kind of dragged on. But I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Y'all have a great day. Good health to you, and more importantly, have fun.